Welcome, SonicWall channel partners. How you doing? Sorry, opening day here in the Bay Area, so I got the San Francisco Giants game on. But I got a very special guest that I want to bring on stage. We've got our regional sales director, Matt Thomas. Matt, how you doing, my friend?
What's up? Happy Friday, buddy.
Yeah, it's great Friday. I think most of our partners will be getting this on Monday and Tuesday. But we got a lot of key things going on here. I think we have, if I'm doing my math right, I'm looking at the calendar, 26 days left in our Q1 fiscal quarter, right? And I think there's a lot of important updates that you just want to make sure that North America channel partners get a hold of, right?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Let's hit it real quick.
Let's get it in there. So let's dive right in, keep it short. So talk to me. Hey, we got 26 days left. What are some of the key things that we have in terms of some important dates, some promotional pricing changes that are going on?
I see you grabbed our slide from the February launch of some of this. So good job. No, so ongoing, 3&free is something that SonicWall's done for a long time. We're making that permanent, right? In terms of how we're bundling our firewall with services. The cool thing is we're also including entitlements to cloud secure edge licensing. So this is going to be an ongoing thing. This is when you think of, maybe the old secure upgrade bundle, right? It's now 3&free with CSE. You're getting a free appliance when you're purchasing 3 years of services. We also have a promotion going on from now till, the end of April, where you have the ability to get a free high availability appliance as well. So
that's only on the NSA and NSSPs, right?
Yeah, we did the TZ previously, NSA and above, now through the end of April. And it ties into some of these other things that we'll be talking about here as we move along today.
And it is, by the way, everybody, it is stackable, right? So you can deal with it. So if any opportunity here comes across and it's a install base and you've got an NSA 2700, that meets the $10,000 minimum threshold. So guys, take advantage of this. But what happens if it's a net new customer? What do we got offering for net new logos?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite components of our partner program. So net new customers to SonicWall with Deal Reg, you can get programmatically 50% discount off list, and that's down to 5K MSRP. So we cut the Deal Reg threshold in half, and hopefully create an opportunity for you guys to make some margin, but also help put us in a competitive position to do some displacement of some of the competition out there.
Little commercial out there. What I always do for my partners here in SoCal, and you guys could do this with any of our peers, is, hey, grab some time with your inside account manager, your outside account manager. Go grab 30 minutes. We can go bring your top 10 or 15 net new logos that you think. We can go look up in my SonicWall. We can look up in Salesforce, give you a great snapshot of, hey, will it qualify? Or, hey, this customer actually downloads some white papers, some data sheets. We've got some contacts. We can do some joint collaboration from account planning. So just keep that in mind. So talk to us. So we've got something coming up here in terms of some minute support, right? With product lifecycle updates.
Yeah. So, and I know you got a pretty good chart on this. Our legacy firewall generation. So Gen 6.5, Gen 6. We have a lot of last order dates coming up, as well as end of support. So as you look at this chart, you guys could go to SonicWall product lifecycle if you're not familiar with this. LOD's last data order, 1 year support and services subscription. End of support is obviously when we're not going to be supporting those devices. So you can see quite a big list here from now through this year. We're having a lot of these models that are going to start falling off. So it's going to be time to make a decision on how you want to move forward.
So the whole analogy, time goes by quick, right? What I didn't even realize as a Boomerang employee back for 2 years, Gen 6, I'm looking at the screen right here, came out in 2013. So you guys got customers there that it's been 12 years since the Gen 6 has been coming out. And again, when I talk with customers, hey, think of it as an iPhone, right? If you got a buddy and you're having drinks at the bar and they're still on an iPhone 6, probably not supported by Apple anymore, right? Very similar situation here as it relates to SonicWall. So Matt, get rid of your old iPhone burner phones is kind of the messaging there.
Yeah. When you have as many kids as I do, you got to, save money certain places.
Hey, I do want to go back to one slide though, and I'm going to get your thoughts. So as our partners are going through their list of Gen 6, like what are the 3 strategies you would kind of list out in terms of the route to market, in terms of the offering and promotions we have? And renewal.
Yeah, and you flashed it up there, in conjunction with a lot of the last order dates and end of sale or end of support, excuse me. We also have a pretty significant price increase coming on these legacy subscriptions on May 1st. So it kind of all lines up well with the promotions we're running. We're going to see, I think upwards of 30% increase in some cases on the Gen 6.5 and below subscriptions. So strategies, right? As you're working through this with your account manager, the first one's 3&free. Obviously, like we talked about, this is here to stay. And right now we have the promotion with the free HA appliance, right? So we're adding additional value. Another thing that's, helped us out quite a bit, if you're not in a position right now, resource-wise, or your customer's not in a position to be able to go do the upgrade, right? Sonic Protect is a really great program to help you, from a price protection standpoint. We are not going to see the price increase here on Sonic Protect, right? So it's tied to either a 3-year or a 5-year. Effectively, you buy the Sonic Protect, it locks you in until that end of support date. So you have a little bigger window to get the upgrade done. And when it's time to do the upgrade, all you have to do is buy the bare bones appliance.
Right.
Right. So it helps and kind of stagger, and we see folks using this a lot, obviously, when, it's just not going to be able to get that upgrade done in time.
Yeah, you may have like a regional school. Hey, you can't get in there until July when the kids are out. And hey, if they want to go do a Sonic Protect before that May 1st price increase comes in, and then come July, if they want to buy a 2,700 bare bone, the remaining 28 months will be automatically transferred over. So great opportunity from that standpoint.
Yep.
All right. Hey, so with that being said, like, I'm just going to show the screen, but you already mentioned it. We talked about the 3&free. I'll put the links on here, but there's a great QR code. If you guys need any type of marketing tools, research, email templates, social media, guys, it's all available. Take advantage of those QR codes that are on here. But the other option, Matt, we were talking about, the third one. Hey, can we flip these to a monthly service provider program? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So for those of you that aren't aware, hopefully many of you are, we added firewall subscriptions to our monthly recurring revenue model in the service provider program. So if you're interested in exploring that, instead of kind of going the CapEx route with a Sonic Protect or a subscription, you can move these Gen 7 firewalls, right? So if it's a Gen 7 firewall, you're coming up to renewal, you can turn that into a monthly subscription, right, through the service provider program. If it's a Gen 6, one of these firewalls that, is going into support, last order date, and we upgrade the bare bones appliance through the service provider program, which are already pre-discounted, right? So from a value perspective, it makes a lot of sense. You can then flip it to a recurring revenue model and kind of go consumption basis, monthly billing, through the distributor of your choice. Nice thing is you guys are self-provisioning licensing through my SonicWall and the service provider portal. So it's a really straightforward onboarding process. We've seen obviously a lot of uptick the last 18 months, and we're expecting to see that continue. And so if you got questions on this, please hit us up and we can walk you through it.
All right, great. So we talked about Gen 6. We've got a bunch of opportunities. We're talking with our partners. The best pathway goes 3&free or leveraging Sonic Protect or the monthly program. But when they do migrate to a Gen 7 and future Gen 8, we've got a great new program. Talk to us a little bit about the Cysurance relationship.
Yeah, so we launched this late last year. We're the first firewall vendor to have an embedded warranty in our firewall bundle. There's other, folks that are dabbling in cyber insurance partnerships, but our partnership with Cysurance is unique in that we're embedding this in the firewall bundle. Up to $200,000 warranty, depending on the license subscription you buy. Like anything with warranty and insurance, there's some fine print. We're actually hosting a webinar this following Wednesday, April 9th. We'll drop the link in the comment section here. We'd love to have you guys join. We're going to be joined by Kirsten Bay, who's the CEO of Cysurance, and our own Michael Crean, the Executive Vice President of our Managed Security Services group. I think it's going to be pretty impactful. We're going to kind of overlay our threat research against what Cysurance is seeing from claims data. And the whole concept here is additional value that you're delivering to your customers with the embedded warranty, right, to make the upgrade conversation even more compelling. I mean, really what we're looking at doing here, I know you're in the Bay Area, Chris, we're playing cybersecurity Moneyball here, because the additional services and whether it be MDR, our MPSS, adding threat analytics, cloud email security, it's additional investment. But what we're seeing many times is the savings that we're able to drive, not only, with the warranty, but also the next phase of our relationship with Cysurance, which we're going to talk about on Wednesday. Access to, guaranteed, no application cyber insurance. As you're checking these boxes, we're seeing savings in many cases outweigh what the additional investment is for your customers. So it's a really great opportunity to drive value, not only through SonicWall, but also, help de-risk your customers and help spread that around.
All right, great. So April 9th, I'll drop the URL in the YouTube as well as the email. You guys, please register for that. A lot of great information. With that said, I think we wanted to keep this under 10 minutes or so. You got your modeling profile picture there. So if anybody is a talent agent, if you need an extra on a soap opera or a movie, Matt, his email's there. Go ahead and submit it to him. How am I Giants doing? Oh, we're losing 8-7, 6th inning. We got to score some runs. So, all right. Well, hey, Matt, thanks for your time today. Really appreciate it. Oops, I didn't mean to remove you there. I meant to remove the slide, but you're back. So have a good one. Go Warriors tonight over your Nuggets. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we can, bet a bottle of bourbon. Winner.
All right.
Deliver it. So,
hey, thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me, Chris.
Take care, guys. Bye.